Happy New Year, everybody. Today's the 3rd. Figured I would make a video about clean eating because that's my new kick. Trying to eat clean while trying to put on some muscle. Haven't fully decided if I'm doing a bulk or cut. Probably a bulk because I'm not very big. But either route I go, I want to be eating clean as possible. So, what's coming up next is pretty much what I cook, what I like to eat when I'm eating clean. I hope it's helpful to you guys. It's pretty simple, but it takes about 15 minutes to actually cook it, maybe about 30 minutes to fully prepare everything. So probably about 45 minutes to cook everything, which isn't that bad. When you have stuff pre-prepped, it's a little easier. So I hope you guys watch, enjoy. You can see what I'm eating. Try to post videos, 1 to 2 videos a week. Just try to stay consistent, let you guys know what I'm doing, what's going on and whatnot. So check out what's coming next. I hope you enjoy the food. I hope you enjoy how I'm cooking, how I'm explaining and stuff. Leave some feedback in the section below. Comment, subscribe. Just let me know. Hit me back. Enjoy the video.
Alright, YouTube. Doc Dread. Chilling out this Friday afternoon. Got hungry. And I've been procrastinating about cooking my meals. If your meals aren't cooked, you probably will want to do like I do and just go out and buy some McDonald's or Wendy's or something like that. So this is my attempt to fight the urge to go get me a McChicken sandwich right now. So this is my little setup. I'm gonna go through how I cooked it. I kind of prepped everything already, because otherwise I'll be starting and stopping this video all day. So the first thing I did was I got some brown rice. I'm making chicken, broccoli, and brown rice. That's kind of like my staple. Every now and then I'll take all of this and I'll throw it on top of a bed of arugula. It's pretty much the only lettuce I'll eat. I'm really picky eater, so it's kind of hard for me to eat clean because there's so much crap I don't eat, but that's besides the point. I really like brown rice. It's got a good nutty flavor. It's great when you make stir fries, in my personal opinion. So I got 2 cups of brown rice in here, and it's just soaking in some warm water right now. I have an older model rice steamer, and there's no setting for brown rice, and I found if you soak it for about 30 minutes before you cook it, you come out with a lighter, fluffier texture of rice. Just cooks better. So first thing I'll do is I rinse my rice and I soak it in some warm water for 30 minutes, about 30 minutes. I let that sit, and then I come over here and what I did was I seasoned up my broccoli first because I like my flavors to really get into the food. So I try to do it ahead of time so I get sit and the flavors can blend and marinate and all that stuff. So what I do for the broccoli is I don't like frozen broccoli because I like to roast my broccoli in the oven. I found that recipe on some random Facebook thing popped up and I saw the recipe, I tried it out and it tasted great. So what I do is I buy these, this is a name brand, but I just buy the fresh or the prepackaged broccoli florets that aren't frozen. Generally you find this in the produce section. This was I got from Target this time, which I normally don't buy groceries from there, but I was in a rush. And this was like $1, I want to say like $1.50, give or take like 20 cents, because I really can't remember. But sometimes I can catch the off-brand of this at my local grocery store for like 4 for $5. Sometimes they're 2 for $5. Kind of depends on how close they are to the expiration date. But generally they're like 2 for $4 is what I find it. So I'll grab these up. This is enough to get probably about two meals. Sometimes I can get them bigger. I've even seen the really big size of this at Sam's. I don't buy it because I don't eat enough broccoli in one sitting, especially if I'm eating arugula. But I just take that and I dump it off into a bowl. I don't rinse it ahead of time. If you rinse your broccoli, if you go buy fresh broccoli and do this recipe, you're going to want to rinse it the day before and let it dry. Otherwise, you get really soggy broccoli if you're going to roast it. So what I do is I take about 2 tablespoons of grapeseed cooking oil. I'm not a big fan on the flavor of olive oil. I found this is just as healthy and it tastes better. Sometimes you get olive oil that's cheap, like I'm on a budget, and the olive oil just doesn't taste right. Like it gives an odd flavor to it adds a flavor to your food, and I don't really want that. This doesn't really add anything. 1 tablespoon. I don't know if you can really see out. It's not too clear, but whoa, okay, there we go. 1 tablespoon is about 120 calories, 14 grams of fat, 1.5 grams of saturated fat. Got a couple other things in there. But overall, I don't think it's that bad because I don't use that much of it. So I put that on there and I mix my broccoli up. I like to get the grapeseed oil, a nice coat all over the broccoli. That way when I add my seasonings, they stick. So these are the seasonings I use. I use a Morton Nature seasoning as my seasoning salt. That's the only salt I put on anything, really. I use a little bit of that, and then I use this garlic pepper blend, which is salt free. I add extra granulated garlic and extra black pepper. In my opinion, you cannot have enough pepper, you cannot have enough garlic. The key thing to me is, if you're gonna use like a blended salt like this, make sure all your other seasonings are salt free. So this is a blend and it's salt free. This is just straight up granulated garlic, no extra nothing. And this is black pepper, straight up, no extra, no nothing. Because if you start buying blends and you don't pay attention to that salt free, you're going to be doubling up your salt intake. One, you're probably going to retain a bunch of water. And two, you wonder why the hell is my food so salty. So try to go salt free if you can, just use one form of salt in your foods. So once this is all seasoned up, sprinkle everything on there. I don't measure it. Never really measure anything but the oil. I'm kind of go by feel. I figure if you're going by feel with everything, everything is soul food. And that's the way I grew up, just eyeballing it. Yeah, that looks like that's how much is supposed to be in there. So I mix everything up to get a really good coating of the seasoning on the broccoli. Then I let that sit, let the flavors blend. And I cut up my chicken. I butterfly it, then I cut it into chunks like I said before because the chicken breasts are really thick. And I use the same seasoning as I used on the broccoli. Only thing I don't do is I don't add the grapeseed oil. I am going to try using out this, well, this is Crisco, not Pam. I was watching POG and I see that they use they just use Pam spray when they're cooking stuff. And I was like, why not? Those are some built motherfuckers. If they doing it, I might as well use that shit too. But there's like nothing in here. How is a coating canola oil spray and there's no calories, no fat? There ain't shit in here. Basically, this is air in a goddamn can. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Okay. And you're supposed to spray it for like a third of a second. I don't know how anybody's gonna measure that shit. But I'm gonna just take this, unlock it. I'm gonna spray this in my wok. I cook pretty much anything I'm stir frying. If I'm not baking it, I am putting it in this pan to stir fry. It's quick, it's easy, you can cook every damn thing in here. My brother even fries chicken in this shit. Then you use fried chicken wings in here, he'll make fried rice, boil stuff in it. You can use it for everything. So if you're looking for a multi-use, I only want to buy one pan to cook every damn thing in, buy this. But I'm gonna just coat this. That's probably more than a third of a second, but it tells me that it ain't shit in there. So I don't think this is gonna count towards my macros. One thing I didn't tell you I did is I preset my oven for bake. 425. Get that preheating and I'm getting ready to lay my broccoli out, warm up my pan and start cooking. So I'll get back with you guys when everything is rolling.
Alright everybody, hope you enjoyed that video. Two things I want to point out that I didn't mention in that video is one, the broccoli that I cooked, I spread that out over just a regular baking sheet and I cooked it in the oven on 425 for bake somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes. Pretty much you want your broccoli to be tender but still have some crunch to it. You don't want to be soggy. But whatever your preference is on how you like your broccoli done. The other thing is I bought those boneless, skinless chicken breasts from Sam's Club. And I bought them in the fresh pack. I don't really know if it was fresh or not, but it wasn't frozen. So I bought that. It was like $1.77 a pound, which made me buy it as opposed to buying the frozen kind. The chicken breasts were really thick. And I cooked them twice, two different ways, and I didn't like the texture of the chicken. I don't understand. It's a lot softer than any of the other chicken I had, and I'm not feeling it. Like I need to feel like my chicken is all the way done when I'm eating it. And I know it was all the way cooked through, but it's just the texture wasn't right. So I'm probably not gonna buy that chicken anymore. I'm just gonna go back to the frozen bag chicken. Sometimes you just gotta spend a couple of extra bucks to get what you really need. Coming up on my channel, probably the next video, the next two videos are gonna be my workout plan, my personal macros and the calories I'm taking in on a workout day and a non-workout day. And I'll probably make the decision on whether or not I'm going to bulk, cut, or if I'm going to do some kind of hybrid mix or whatever. But that's what's coming up. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Um, check out the little extra links in the description. I'll probably add a couple in there. Hope you enjoyed. Check me out in a couple of days. Hopefully I have another video up.